Good morning, students. Let us start with the cash book and cash and bank column. Today in this we are going to learn one concept of contra entry that is very important for you. When we do the 3-columnar cash book, this point you have to remember well and do the posting of that point properly. Let us begin with 2015 May 1st, opening cash balance 4,000 and opening bank balance 6,000. In that discount column there was no balance, but when you have a bank column you may have debit balance as well as credit balance. If debit balance, then it is like a cash balance only, but if it is a bank overdraft you may have a credit balance. In this question they have mentioned both as a debit, so let us do the posting. May 1st, to balance brought down, cash amount to be written in the cash column 4,000 and bank amount to be written in the bank column 6,000. If it is bank overdraft, then only you have to write that posting on the payment side. But when it is a bank balance, you have to write on the debit side itself. Second, goods of rupees 5,000 sold to Monica at 10% trade discount. Monica issued a check for the necessary amount which is immediately deposited in bank. When you have deposited in bank, the entry to be recorded in bank column only. So on the second, we have sold the goods. So to sales, name of party, no need to write, 5,000 and of 10% discount, and we have deposited in the bank, so it comes 4,500 in the bank column. After subtracting discount, the figure to be recorded, because trade discount not to record in books of account. On the fourth, 2,000 paid towards salary and 100 paid towards brokerage by cash. So it's a payment. So on the fourth, by salary, that is paid by cash. So 2,000 rupee in the cash column, and then we have on the same day, that is by brokerage, amount rupees 100, that also to be recorded in cash column. On the 6th, 3,000 withdrawn from bank for personal use. Underline the word personal use. When you withdraw for personal use, treat it as a drawing. So on the 6th, by drawings, you have withdrawn from bank, so to be recorded in the bank column 3,000 rupees. The owner has withdrawn and taken money home. On the 10th, goods of 6,000 sold to Hiren. Hiren paid 4,000 by cash and the remaining amount is paid by check, which is deposited in the bank. So again the total payment is received. It is a cash transaction to be recorded in the cash book on the 10th, that is to sales. The cash you have received rupees 6,000, so write in the 6,000 in the cash column, and out of this, so total goods we have sold of 6,000. Out of that 4,000 we have received in cash, and remaining amount means 2,000 we have received the check. Next, on the 12th, goods of 5,000 purchased and amount paid by check. It is a bank transaction to be recorded. Date is here 12, by purchase. We have paid the amount by check, so write amount into the bank column 5,000. See, when you have the bank column, payment always to be recorded in bank column when you pay by check. But in case of a receipt of check, you have to see if the check deposited into bank, then only to be recorded in bank column. If not, then initially we treat as a cash, and when the check will be deposited, we do the contra entry as if cash is going out of business. Then on the 17th, shop rent 2,000 paid by check. So it is a payment. So on the 17th by rent, you have paid it by check. So write in the bank column 2000 rupees. On 21st, goods of rupees 4500 purchased in cash, underline in cash, at 10% trade discount. So we have paid it in cash. So 21st by purchase 4500 minus 450. So in the cash column you have to record 4050 after subtracting your discount. 24th, Karishma has paid 2550 by cash towards her debts. Karishma, she has paid by cash, underline cash. So you are receiving from Karishma 24, that is to Karishma, amount is 2550 in the cash column. Then you have Atma Kalyani on 22nd has been paid 1200 towards full settlement of an old account. We are paying to Atma Kalyani, and here nothing is specified, so we have to consider as if we have paid cash. So to by Atma Kalyani, Atma Kalyani 1200 in the cash column. So the all transactions are recorded. Now let us see on 29. Janvi issued a check of 3000 which is immediately deposited in the bank. Here the trader has issued a check. So we are not going to write as a sales, but we will record the transaction with the name of the trader, because Janvi is our debtor. Debtor is giving payment. So that payment to be considered it as a received from the debtor. Clear? So Janvi account should be mentioned. So here Janvi issued a check of 3000 rupees. Write on the 29th, that is to Janvi. Amount rupees 3000 immediately deposited in the bank, so we need to record it into the bank column. 3000 in the bank column. Next, 30th, 1000 cash deposited in bank. So here we have the contra entry. We are depositing money to the bank. So one way the bank is the receiver, another way cash goes out. What do you mean by contra entry? Contra entry means the entry which is recorded on both the side of cash book. In which situation contra entry happens? Contra entry possible at two times. When you deposit cash into bank or when you withdrew cash from the bank. Here the situation is that you are depositing 1000 into bank. So the entry becomes bank account debit to cash account credit. So your journal entry is bank debit to cash. So here what you have to do? Go to the debit side of the bank column, that is 1000. On the 30th, the opposite account is to cash. And in the LF column, because it is a different entry, you have to mention as a C, that is an indication of a contra entry. So you have recorded bank account debit side. Now let us do the second posting. The second posting to cash account. So on the 30th, your cash goes out of the business 1000. Why that cash goes out of the business? Because you have deposited into bank. And to indicate that this is a different entry, in the LF column, you have to mention alphabet A with that into inverted comma. That this entry is a contra entry which you find on the both the side of the cash book. So that way contra entry possible when you deposit money into bank or when you withdrew money from the bank. After completing the posting of all, we have to close the account. The higher side total to be done. First, here the higher side total of the debit side, 4 plus 4, 8 plus 2, 10,550. Write the same on the credit side of the cash column, 10,550. After this, we have to subtract the balance of the credit side, and you will be getting the balance of the cash, that is what, 2250. Okay, on the May. So the last day become 31st by balance carried down. Here we have written brought down. At the end we have to write the carried down. Now let us deal with the bank. Now in case of a bank, it may possible that total more on the credit side or total may be more on the debit side. So you have to get a rough look that which side total seems to be more. In this example, our total is more on the debit side. That total is 16,500. Write the same total here, 16,500. Then minus the figure, that is 3 plus 5, 8 plus 2, 10,000. So your difference will remain 6,500. So this is what the balance. Cash balance you have 2,200, bank balance you have 6,500. This balance is to be brought forward to the next month. So next month after June, it will May, it will come June. So here June 1st, to balance brought down. In case of a cash 2,200 and in case of a bank 6,500. Up to this you have to complete the example. So what today new we have learned? Point number 1, that when you receive the payment by check, and if that check you deposit on the same day, you have to treat that transaction as a bank transaction. Number 2, if you have received the check but not deposited into bank immediately, it means treat on that day as a cash transaction. And when you deposit into bank, at that time treat as a contra entry. Number 3, what is contra entry? Contra entry means the entry which is recorded on both the side of the cash book, in which the bank and cash both account are involved. That's why we are recording on the both the side, and this entry possible at 2 times. Either you deposit into bank or withdraw from bank. Point number 4, that when you make the payment by check, it means always record in the bank column. Rest of the things as we are doing. Okay. So this way you have to balance. Cash always have debit balance, but bank all possibilities are there. You may have a credit balance. Credit balance means bank overdraft. Withdrawn from bank more than your balance, that is bank overdraft. And when you have a credit balance, the difference will come on debit side and that will go on the credit side next month. That's why it is known as a bank overdraft. In this example, we have balance only. I hope you understood. Thank you.